interviews are going to go like this. As soon as I think there is a bit of disturbance.
I'll just mute myself.
Sir.
And Bhumi has already muted herself, so I'll also mute myself now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. So Shiksha, as you already know, that these interviews generally are going to go somewhat like this. The first 5 to 6 minutes are going to be more like an introduction that come from the interviewer's side, and then post that there'll be a series of questions, and then you have to answer those questions, and then we move on towards the final set of questions, which are more generic and HR oriented, or to understand your personality largely. So let's begin the interview. Will that work for you? Yes, sir. Okay. Shiksha, tell me something about yourself. Uh, Good evening, sir. So, my name is Siksha Sahu, and I hail from a small city in Uttar Pradesh called Jhansi. And I have completed my schooling from an ISC institution. From there, I scored in class 10th. I have scored 93.2 percentage, and after that, I have opted for commerce plus maths as my stream in class 11th and 12th. And with my decent efforts, I scored 93.75 percentage in my class 12. Uh, I have also received best in mathematics and English certificates 4 times in my secondary classes. Talking about my interest in academics, I like studying economics and commerce. And sir, I am a people's person and a good orator. And so my hobbies include writing poems and singing. Thank you, sir. Okay, Shiksha, you said that you took commerce after 10. Was Yes. there any, what was the inspiration for you to take commerce? So I am inclined towards this field, that is the management and management field, since class 9. In class 9th also we had option to choose between computer, economics and physical education. So I chose economics. And after studying economics in class 9th and 10th, I realized that it is really something of my interest that I would surely like to take up in my life. So that's why I chose commerce as my stream. Okay. So, what are your hobbies otherwise, except for academics? You said you write poems and you are associated with singing as well. Yes, sir. I like writing poems, and singing is also I think I sing well. Okay, good, good. All right, so let's talk about mathematics. You have taken mathematics in your 11th and 12th as well. So my question is that if you do have a graph given to you, and you have an equation of that graph already given to you, and I ask you to find, let's say, 4 points on that graph, and which do not anyway align with the origin, what would you do? So please could you pardon your question? Yeah, absolutely. There is a graph already given to you. You have an equation of that graph with you as well. Yes. And my question is, I want you to find 4 points, all those 4 points that lie on that graph, but are not aligned with origin whatsoever. So the equation is like quadratic equation or cubic, or it could be anything. Let's assume it is a quadratic equation. So the points that are not aligned with the origin. Origin, right. Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall it right now. It's okay. Let me help you out. Let's say, do you know the points that are not aligned to the origin? I mean, obviously, x equals to 0 and y equals to 0 are the lines that align with the origin, right? So I am assuming that those 4 points should be somewhat like where x and y are not equal to 0. X and y are not equal to 0, yes. Right. Then what is the process you might use to find the other 4 points? So we'll take like x is equals to 1, then we can calculate by like whatever the equation is with that equation. Then we can put -1 or any value that we want. Correct. Correct. That's absolutely right. So that would be one way to do it. Now I want you to use a geometrical figure. Would you be able to use a geometrical figure to come out with at least 4 points? A single geometric figure?
Sir, sir, in this question only.
Yeah.
So then we could come out with if we want 4 points, then like rectangle or square.
Right. So tell me the process. Let's say you're using a rectangle. Then what will be the process?
So can I please use a paper and a pen?
Yes, absolutely.
So like if we put sir, I was trying by taking an example of any quadratic equation like x square plus 5x plus 6, like simplest. So sir, if we if we are putting here x is equals to 1, so we get y is equals to 12, so that would be 1 point.
Okay. No, that's okay. So that is one way to go about it.
Yes.
That to put x equal to something, y equal to something, come up with 4 points, that's absolutely fair. What I'm saying is, how do you use another geometric figure to find out these points geometrically? Okay, let's switch the question. You said you are interested in economics?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is the law of diminishing returns?
So the law of diminishing returns, sir, it is that as more and more variable inputs are so please could you give me just 5 seconds to recall?
Yeah, absolutely. Take your time.
So the law of diminishing returns states that as more and more variable inputs are introduced in any of the production units, the total product first increases, but then it starts when more and more are put into it, then it starts increasing at a diminishing rate, and ultimately it gets into negative.
Yes. What sort of products will not follow this rule? Is this universally applicable, or are there some sort of products or categories in which this particular rule does not fit?
Sir, I think it will be applicable in all the products.
All products. Okay.
Universally accepted.
Correct. So, what is the relation between price and let's call it this way. Tell me what are Giffen goods? What are Giffen goods?
Giffen goods. Sir, Giffen goods are those inferior goods, the demand for which falls with the fall in their own price. Like,
Right.
may I explain it if you got?
Absolutely. Yes.
So, may I explain with an example?
Yes, absolutely.
Sir, inferior goods such as maize and barley that the poor consumers consume. So when their price falls, then the real income of the poor increase, and so with that income they can buy some quantity of wheat. So it is an exception to the law of demand.
So why is it so that most people in our country, given that there is a huge amount of poverty rate that exists in our country, still prefer to buy rice and still prefer to buy wheat, even when there are cheaper options like barley, like ragi available to them?
So because they are coarse meal, and so everyone prefers having wheat and rice because they are soft meals and easy to digest.
Okay, okay. Uh, is it so? Is that the only reason why people go and buy wheat and rice instead of barley?
So people in the sense like of the entire country, matlab,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
sorry, I mean every class, middle class, high class, every.
Yes, yes. I'm generally talking about the poor class.
Uh, so economic reason, I don't know, like middle class also we also it is considered we also eat roti every day, chapati, like, so it is made out of wheat, so everyone prefers wheat and rice more over maize and jowar.
Okay. Have you heard about subsidy?
Subsidy, yes sir.
Right. The government provides subsidy on products like rice and wheat for the poor class, but they do not provide subsidy over ragi and millets. That is also one of the reasons. For most of the poor class, they think that wheat and rice also cost them exactly like other millets. That is the reason why they would rather prefer wheat and rice. Anyway, moving on, let's talk about economics in general. If I do make you a minister of finance in India, uh, and right now we are going through a lot of turmoil economically as well. So, what will be two decisions that you will take as soon as you are instated as the Minister of Finance that might help me economically to make India better?
Sir, like in this situation, that COVID situation, or in the COVID.
Yeah. So, in the COVID situation right now, what would you do?
Sir, as I have read in news and I am constantly reading that many places and many hospitals and all are not up to the mark, because of which the COVID patients are increasing very rapidly now in our country. So maybe first I will start funding for the health issues in our country. And so secondly, I have seen many problems, like because online classes are going on for every student nowadays in our country, and there are many who don't have internet connection even, and they are struggling very hard. So I'll ask the education ministry to do something, or like IT ministry to provide a good internet connection and technical improvements in those sectors.
So you will invest in IT and broadcasting for people to have access to internet so that they can study better, and your investment will go into health. Where will this investment come from?
Sir, sir, I guess from the treasury of our country only.
Okay. So, in a generic sense, how do you think economics work in our country? What our treasury looks like? Are we in positive? Are we in deficit?
Sir, right now it is, of course, in deficit, especially after this COVID pandemic and the lockdown. That I read somewhere in an article that during the first 21st days of complete lockdown, our country lost around 32,000 crores rupees each day. So, especially it's going down in this situation.
Correct. So, Shiksha, you are going to be what, 18 years old very soon?
I'm 18. In July only I was.
You are right, right. So you will be giving your first vote very soon. So, as
So
a
first,
citizen of our country,
vote.
first vote, right, very soon. As a citizen of our country who is now very much eligible to give votes, what do you think Modi regime in the last 6 years has done to the economy of our country? Is it the fallbacks? What are the pitfalls? What do you think?
So, I think that Modi government has done a lot for our country, and they are still doing. uh, because 2-3 main reasons are there, like strong uh, answer to terrorism Modi ji has given, like we have seen of Uri and all the surgical strikes, and he has also brought that Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, which has really worked good in our country, and our country needs to be cleaned because it's really getting worsened day by day because the people are not listening, uh, and I also think that uh, uh, initially when this COVID also came, that time our country was quite controlled in the number of cases, but which is very good that Modi ji posted complete lockdown. But then after the unlock, the conditions have got worsened. So it is not the complete fault of the government, we can here say. So here also Modi ji has worked well. Um,
Okay. Okay. Shiksha, you're interested in poetry and singing. So, do you know any of the who is your favorite poet of recent times?
of recent times. Sir, like
Do you read poetry as well?
yes, sir. Like I'm very inspired from one poem that I read in my class 12th. It was Desiderata by Max Ehrmann. So like I really like that poem. And also the poems that I read about I mean the poems by Robert Frost that I've read in my schooling years. Sir, I like those also.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And who is your favorite singer?
Sir, Arijit Singh.
Arijit Singh. Do you also enjoy classical singing?
Uh, Not really, sir. No.
Okay. You also mentioned that you come from a small city of Jhansi. Right. So my question is, why did you call that city small? What is the
Sir,
area of Jhansi?
sir, I don't know the exact area, but uh, if I compare it to other cities like the big cities that we call, I think that area of Jhansi is quite small as compared to them. That's why I said it is small. Because like sometimes when I communicate with others, some of my relatives that live, so they say that our college is only about the area of Jhansi, and so I think that it's really small.
All right. But then you can compare it with even smaller cities.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know of a city called Lalitpur? It's very
Yes.
near Jhansi.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Sir, I know.
So as compared to Lalitpur, Jhansi is larger.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So what do you think? Jhansi would be a small city or a large city? So it's probably a frame of reference. Yeah. But on an average in India, will Jhansi be considered a large city or a small city?
Uh, on an average, so maybe uh, large then on an average, because now as you say told me about this, so now like this there are many towns which are very small as compared to Jhansi.
That's correct. Okay. Shiksha, I think this would be it. Do you have any questions for me that you would want to ask?
No, sir, not right now. Sir, no questions.
All right. All right. So, Shiksha, one way we can do this is that I give you feedback right away. Or the other way we can do this is that first let me have this interview with Bhumi, and then let me give a collective feedback to both of you so that you have a clear head as to what exactly you need to do. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bhumi, can we have you online?
Thank you,
Are
sir.
you there? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Bhumi. So, Bhumi, can you tell me something about yourself?
Yes, sir. My name is Bhumi Vijayvalya. I was born and brought up in a rural urban town, that is Jhansi. I completed my schooling from an ICSE affiliated board, and as far as my academic goals are concerned, I have been a decent performer and scored 92.2% in my class 10. And in class 11, I chose commerce plus maths as my subject and scored 94.5 percentage in class 12. I have also been good in dramatics as well as in dance. I have also been a team leader and a team player in two major organizations that the school used to have. That is the Leadership Training Service and the Universal Solidarity Movement. My hobbies are traveling and watching web series. Plus, the subject which I like the most is economics.
Okay, just give me a second. So, Bhumi, how did Jhansi got its name? How did Jhansi get its name?
So,
Why is Jhansi called Jhansi?
I don't know about
You
it.
don't know? Okay, that's okay. So you said you're interested in economics. So my question to you is that do you know anything about Bayesian economics?
Bayesian.
Bayesian economics. Okay. Uh, let's talk about demand and prices.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you want to calculate demand for, let's say, the entire country, what are the processes you use to calculate?
So for calculating the demand for an entire economy, first we need to know the quantity demanded. Like for a particular thing, we can calculate. So what's the quantity? Like first of all, the price of the commodity, then the quantity. Sorry, sir, just a minute. Is like we can calculate how much the quantity is demanded by the price and the supply thing like that. There's a formula we like quantity demanded by an economy upon the price.
Okay. No, I understand where you're going, but probably you are a little confused yourself.
Yes.
You're talking about price demand, and once you calculate the price demand to come up with unit demand, you'd have to divide it by the average price of any commodity that is in India.
Yes.
That's what you're trying to tell. Okay, so what is the difference between quantity demand and price demand?
So the difference between quantity demand and price demand is that like in case of price demand, the demand is affected by the price. Like if the price is too high, then the demand would be low, and if the price is too low, then demand might be high. And in case of quantity demanded, it would be the product which has been selling. Like if the product is good, then the demand would be too high, and if the product is not appropriate and not satisfactory to the consumers, it would be less demanded.
All right. Okay, let's talk about GDP. Huh? How do you calculate the GDP of a country or any economy for that matter?
So for calculating GDP, like we should be aware, if we are knowing the national income, then we can calculate it by national income. Otherwise, there are many other ways like GDP is gross domestic product. So we can be knowing some other things like the net factor income abroad, the net indirect taxes, and the market price factor cost. So whatever is given, we can use the formula and we can derive from it.
Correct. Okay, so that's the one way. If I tell you to calculate demand from, let's say, a national income process, and then on the other side tell you to calculate the GDP. Sorry, I tell you to calculate the GDP using national income, and then I tell you to calculate the GDP using demand, and then I tell you to calculate the GDP using supply. These are three processes to calculate GDP. Do you think the GDP in all these three cases will come out to be different or same?
So it would be different for all the cases.
Okay. Moving on, do you know mathematics? Do you like mathematics?
So not I like, but yeah, I knew little bit. I know little bit. Yes.
Let me give you an equation.
Yes.
Okay. X cubed
Yes.
plus 5x plus 2
Yes.
plus
Yes.
2. And I want you to find the area under the curve.
So can I take just 1 minute?
Yeah, sure.
Actually, sir, I was from a commerce background student and we had different maths, and in that the phonics section maths was removed. So I haven't studied about
So,
it. Sorry,
have
sir,
you
but
heard of have you heard of differentiation and integration?
it's that
Yeah, because I think
calculus.
that's there. Right. So
Yes,
this could be done using calculus, right?
but I haven't studied it.
Okay, that's okay. Do you know differentiation?
Yes, sir.
Like, what is the derivative of e to the power x?
So it's on e to power x.
Right. So what I want you to do is write an expression. E to the power x
Yes,
to the power e to the power x, and this is equals to y. Okay.
yes,
Now find the derivative of this in the form of y. Can you do that for me?
yes.
Okay. What is the difference between log and ln?
Log in.
Ln. There is a representation in mathematical term log and ln. Do you use calculator?
Yes.
You don't use calculator being a common student?
So for we use for accounts, and that is like normal calculation, not a scientific.
Yeah, right. Correct. So in a normal calculator also, there will be two terms. One will be log and one will be ln, right? What is the difference between these two? You don't know? Okay, it's okay. You said you are interested in traveling and watching web series. What is the recent web series that you watched?
It's Bandish Bandits.
Okay. What else? I haven't watched that, so I will skip that.
And Arya, I watched Arya, Hotstar. Like
And
I
what do you
usually
think about
watch
Arya?
Arya is a movie which like it's more about if someone watches, it's more related to drug related movies and it showcases that, but it on the other hand also showcases how a woman can manage both family and the business work, and she can for her family she can do go to any heights to save her family and to protect them. That was the main message that I found in the web series.
Okay. have you watched any US or UK based TV series? Not yet. Okay. So, in terms of traveling, where do you like to travel more?
Sir, till now I have only traveled in various places still of India, and I like to travel more to hill stations, and I have also been to many hill stations of India like Shimla, Manali, Kashmir, and many places like that.
How long will it take for you to travel from Manali to Shimla?
So it takes, the distance is only like 300 kilometers, but since it is a mountainous road, it takes more than 10 to 12 hours to travel from Manali to Shimla.
Okay. If you start traveling from Kashmir and you want to reach Kerala,
Yes, sir.
and you move in a straight line,
Yes.
okay, then how many states will you cover? How many states will you cross?
Can I take a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, according to me, it would be 9 states.
Okay, name them.
So first, Jammu and Kashmir, then it's Himachal Pradesh, then it's Uttarakhand, then Haryana, then Uttar Pradesh, then Chhattisgarh, then Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and Kerala.
Yeah, right, okay. Have you been to Kerala?
Yes, I haven't been.
Have you been anywhere in the south? No, you haven't. Okay. You said you were interested in dramatics and dance. What sort of dramatics and what sort of dance?
So mostly in our school, we used to have Shakespeare plays. So I have performed like the part of Shakespeare in class also, and plus there were some class assemblies in which we had to enact some moral plays. So I have
Skits.
that type of skits, moral skits. So in that I have performed.
And what sort of form of dance are you interested in?
So dance, normal Western dance and not classical dance. Like a normal dance, we use that.
Who is your favorite dancer in Bollywood?
So for Madhuri Dixit.
And who is your favorite actress or actor?
So not specifically, I don't like anything too much, anyone too much, and not. It's like
Okay. Yeah, movie. So you said that you have also acted like a team leader and a team member. So this would be pretty much my last question. Can you just walk me through one of your situations where you acted up like a team leader, where you thought that, you know what, this is a conflict and I need to resolve it?
Yes, sir. It was during our class assembly when we have to give the investiture ceremony. We have to perform for the investiture ceremony of all the prefects who have been chosen. And since we were given only just one day, and ma'am gave everyone different tasks, and my task was to train students in just one day to enact the skit. And so in that one day, we have to just search for the skit. We have to prepare all the materials and all the props, and how to teach also. I have to select the students who were able to perform in my skit. Then I have to train them also with everyone. I was just calling all day that please learn your dialogues, please make these props and all. So that's how in just one day I prepared the skit and for the investigators help.
Alright. Okay. Lastly, do you have anything for me? Movie, do you have any question? Alright. Okay. Now I think Shiksha, you can also come online.
Yes, sir.
Right. So let me just give a feedback in my opinion.
Sir, your voice is it's coming twice.
Yeah, I think one of our participants is it's because of echo created by their laptop. Can some? I think it's Nikhil says hello.
Yeah, is it mine?
Yeah, I think now the echo is not there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, guys, let me give you a very honest feedback as to what I think. I really think people did well. I understand that a lot of questions were not answered, but still, largely, whenever these people at IIMs or at most premier schools are taking interviews, largely they don't want all the answers from you. There were quite a number of questions that were completely out of syllabus for you. For example, for Bhumi, I asked questions that were associated with differentiation. It would have taken literally 5 minutes for her to solve it, and she wouldn't come up with an answer because that was unsolvable. It is an expression that cannot be solved. At the same time, I asked her about Bayesian economics, and again, Bayesian economics is very complicated. So to ask a question like that to an 11th, 12th would not happen. But in your interview, that might happen, right? Because the people who are sitting in front of you want to see to what limits they can take you, largely, right? So mostly they will put up questions that you won't know the answers of, and generally they are asking those questions because they just want to look at what response will come from your end. Then how will you take it? Would you just accept it? Would you probably try to make a guess? Or if you cannot make a guess, would you try to solve it on the paper? So these are the things that you would want to look at once these kind of questions start coming. Then the things that you might start, I mean, at least for Bhumi, we have time. Shiksha, tomorrow you have your interview, right? Before you go for your interview, make sure you know everything about Jhansi. You see, when you start saying anything in your, the first question that any interviewer is going to ask you will be, tell me about yourself. So you are giving that person a chance to ask you questions, and if you are not prepared for those questions, then it is a problem, right? If I bring something from outside, let's say I asked you about the economics thing, right? What would you, and I have asked about the Modi government also. So when I asked about regimes and politics and economics, then it is something that I don't expect from a 12th standard guy to know, honestly, because you people don't have much time to invest into. So and you have already said in your
Varun, your voice is
talk
not
about
coming.
traveling or web series, then you should be ready for questions that will come to you.
Varun, your voice was not coming for the last 10 seconds or so.
When you talked about economics, and I think I asked you guys some very clear and simple questions. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So I asked you a few very simple questions. For example, I asked Bhumi about quality and price demand. Quantity and price demand. I did not get the right answer. So you need to know that when you say you are interested in economics, I would expect you to know these things because these things are even taught to you while you are studying, right? You people are taught what is Giffen goods. You people are taught what are law of diminishing returns. You people are taught what is price elasticity. You people know about demand, GDP, how to calculate it, right? So I think don't be just so formalized कि जब सामने वाला बंदा क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है तो आप सिर्फ एक फॉर्मूला के बेस पे आंसर करो. जैसे that's what Bhumi did in that question. जब मैंने पूछा था ना GDP वाला, so I was not expecting you to tell me, so there is a formula, so if you are giving me this, I can find it using this. If you are giving me this, then I can find it using this. No. To find GDP, there are three prominent ways. There is national income, there is demand, and there is supply. So the first thing that comes to your mind as soon as you see GDP calculation, you say ये तीन चीजें होती है और इन तीन तरीके से हम निकाल सकते हैं, है ना? और वैसे ही when I ask you about price demand or quantity demand, then you should be very sure of saying कि भाई quantity demand is in units. So when I say that जब मैं manufacturing goods की बात करती हूँ, तो जो quantity demand है, that will be number of goods produced in my country over the period of 1 year. And then when I say price demand, then that is about what is the INR. That means what is the price of these goods that have been created. So I might want to say for let's say मेरे household के लिए if I am calculating quantity demand, I would say कि maybe the पूरे महीने में मेरे पास इतने किलो सामान आता है. So quantity will be the important unit here. And when I say price demand, so I would say the amount of money that I need to buy all this is what is my price demand. So ये सारी ना बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं. So this is something you have already studied in your 11th or 12th when you have studied economics. तो जब ये वाले questions आएंगे ना, here when you don't answer then it is a problem. क्योंकि अगर बाकी तो देखो जो random question है they are mostly opinion based, so we are not testing knowledge there, we are testing knowledge here. जैसे you said such a good thing शिक्षा, जब मैंने पूछा था कि what geometric figure will you use, you said कि मैं एक rectangle use करूँगी, correct, to find out the points, but you were not able to do that once I told you to do it on paper.
Yes, sir.
And it is not difficult. It's
sir,
not difficult.
Could you help me in that question? Right.
I'll tell you. See, there is a graph that you already have. Draw a graph on your paper. है ना? एक quadratic equation का graph बना लो. Be a parabola ले लो. ठीक है? So you have what? Y is equals to y square equals to 4x. So you have this equation right in front of you. है ना? A की value को 1 ले लो. Y square is equals to 4x. अब मैंने बोला कि मुझे 4 points चाहिए जो origin से नहीं मिलता है. Correct? Correct?
Sir, your voice is lagging, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Yeah. So I'm saying कि आपने बोला कि आप एक रेक्टेंगल यूज करोगे, तो उस ग्राफ के ऊपर एक रेक्टेंगल ड्रॉ करो जो कि इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा हो उस पैराबोला को. Now can you see 4 points which are intersecting with the parabola?
Yes, sir.
है ना? और आपको रेक्टेंगल जो आपने ड्रॉ किया है उसकी इक्वेशन निकालनी आती है, बहुत इजीली निकल जाएगी. रेक्टेंगल जो आपने ड्रॉ किया होगा उसकी हर लाइन की इक्वेशन आप अलग निकाल सकते हो ना. तो आपको बस उन पॉइंट्स जो मीट कर रहे हैं उस पर्टिकुलर पैराबोला के साथ उस इक्वेशन को सॉल्व भी तो करना है. यू विल गेट 2 points from one line.
Yes, sir.
करेक्ट. So this is the process. आप चाहो तो आप रेक्टेंगल नहीं भी यूज करो, आप सिंपल 2 लाइन भी ड्रॉ कर सकते हो. You draw 2 lines there. उन लाइन की इक्वेशन आपको पता है. You have 4 intersection points with the parabola. So you can calculate the intersection points by just solving these 2 equations together. तो मुझे values रखने की जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी ना. And I'm using geometry here. So this is the process. So you came till there कि हाँ मैं rectangle use कर लूँगी because I could picturize it. और फिर वो उसके आगे you did not. So it wasn't a very difficult thing. मतलब it is something that 10th 9th के बच्चे भी करेंगे because they also studied this geometry. तो इन जगह पे थोड़ा ध्यान रखो कि when you are saying something in your first question, tell me about yourself, and you should be very sure that you know कि ठीक है इसका आंसर ये है. अब जैसे when you say you come from झांसी, I want you to know everything about झांसी. कि भाई झांसी में म्यूटिनी हुई थी 1857 में, you should know everything about that mutiny. कि क्यों हुई थी, कैसे हुई थी, who were the people involved, झांसी का नाम कैसे आया, and you can get this information very easily on Wikipedia. मतलब घूमना भी नहीं पड़ेगा, सीधा गूगल पे टाइप करो झांसी and then Wikipedia पे पूरा पेज है, just study that page well. वहाँ पे ये भी लिखा हुआ है how did झांसी get its name. तो वो सब भी आपको मिल जाएगा उस पे. मुझे ये इसलिए पता है बिकॉज जब मैंने इंटरव्यू दिया था तो मेरे बहुत सारे इंटरव्यूज में ऐसे क्वेश्चंस मुझसे पूछे गए थे बिकॉज आई ऑल्सो हैव स्टडीड इन झांसी, है ना. तो ये पढ़ लेना अच्छे से. देन व्हेन यू से दैट you know poetry or when you say that you are a reader of poetry, और तो मुझे चाहिए कि कंटेम्पररी वर्ल्ड में भी आपने पढ़ी हो. देखो जो आपने बोला ना शिक्षा कि आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन पोएट्री क्योंकि मैंने 12th और 10th में इन लोगों की पोएट्री पढ़ी है, देन इट्स नॉट समथिंग यू हैव डन बाय चॉइस. वो तो आप वैसे भी पढ़ते हैं ना. मतलब हाउ डज दैट मेक मी फील. ऐसा कौन सा स्टूडेंट होगा आपकी पूरी क्लास में जिसने वो पोएम्स नहीं पढ़ी होंगी जो रॉबर्ट फ्रॉस्ट की है, जो कि आपके कोर्स बुक और करिकुलम में, वो तो सबने पढ़ी होगी ना. तो इफ आई टेल यू दैट आई एम अ मैथ्स एक्सपर्ट और मुझे सिर्फ 11th 12th तक की मैथ्स आती है, तो फिर दैट्स नॉट फेयर, राइट. तो व्हेन यू से दैट यू नो पोएट्री एंड यू राइट पोएट्री, तो या तो यू क्लियरली टेल देम द ट्रूथ कि सी आई एम ओनली इंटरेस्टेड इन राइटिंग पोएट्री. I don't read poetry. और मैंने जितनी पढ़ी है वो मैंने स्कूल में पढ़ी है और उससे मेरा इंटरेस्ट आया था और अब मैं सिर्फ लिखती हूँ. That's also very fair. Nobody wants you to read everything that you're doing. That's not what it is. But be very truthful in the interview. क्योंकि you don't want to be stuck at a situation जहाँ पे वो मान लो 4-5 क्वेश्चन ऐसे पूछ रहे जिनके आंसर आपको पता ना हो. Now the positives. Both of you guys had brilliant communication skills. So this is a very positive thing because see in any of the interviews this will have the largest score when it comes to communication. Specifically because you're just a 12th pass out, so it's very important that you are able to communicate with anybody you are talking to. And वो improve ही होगा आप जब ग्रो तक चले जाओगे IIM में, तो वो improve ही होगा over time. But even today you guys are very good with communication. I found comfort zone when I was having this interview with you guys, which is a very positive thing. Try to convert it into a conversation. जैसे कोई चीज अगर आपको नहीं आती है, for example, आपने मुझसे बाद में पूछा शिक्षा कि वो वाला
So
I guess now the video came in between. So I guess Varun will just join us back. So most of the question I guess which were asked by Varun were the same questions that we have already prepared you for. Sorry, he's back now.
Hello.
yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible now?
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So I think largely मैं वही बोल रहा था कि communication बहुत जरूरी है and that is when the questions come into picture. जैसे शिक्षा ने मुझसे एक question पूछा after this session ended कि आप मुझे वो ग्राफ वाले question बता सकते हो कि कैसे solve करना है. I think it would have had a very good impact on the interviewer if you would have asked that question जब मैंने पूछा था do you have any questions for me? And when I put a question to you कि do you have anything to ask to me? तो उस टाइम पे अगर कोई ऐसा क्वेश्चन है which is stuck in your mind and you're thinking यार ये मैं कैसे करूँ solve, तो आप उससे पूछ सकते हो ना, वो सामने बैठा है. You can ask him कि see here is where I am, तो आप मुझे हेल्प कर सकते हो क्या? What is the process of doing this? क्योंकि मैंने आपको ये ऑप्शन दिया ना, opportunity to ask me a question, so you might want to, because see all of these people who are taking your interviews are academicians, ये teachers हैं. So they would like अगर you know pose a problem in front of them and say कि ये मुझसे नहीं हो रहा है, help me. तो ये छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, nuances of how an interview has to be given. So I think इतना तो we can do. मतलब this is something you can definitely take care of tomorrow also. शिक्षा है ना, जब आप कल दे रहे होगे इंटरव्यू की तो बहुत छोटी बात है. The only advice I have for you is कि आज रात को बैठ के ना अच्छे से झांसी के बारे में सब पढ़ लो, है ना. What is the background of झांसी, ये सब पढ़ लो. बाकी पोएट्री और अगर आप पोएट्री और एक और चीज आपने कौन सी बोली थी मुझे, सिंगिंग, राइट?
Singing.
अगर आप पोएट्री और सिंगिंग के बारे में बात करने वाले हो and you like contemporary music, there is a chance they'll ask you to sing also. ठीक है. So one of my interviews I was told to sing. I also said कि मेरा इंटरेस्ट है सिंगिंग में, so they made me sing. तो कुछ भी हो सकता है, तो be ready for those times also कि वहाँ पे embarrassment ना आए and you are able to come ahead and do whatever they want you to do. And in terms of poetry, just go through one or two of the poems from the contemporary poets also. And at the same time, whatever poems you have written, है ना, कल जब आप इंटरव्यू के लिए बैठोगे, तो make sure you have 2 or 3 of those poems which are really nice on your side. कि अगर वो आपको एकदम से बोल दे रिसाइट कर दो मेरे लिए कोई पोएम, तो आपको yes sir I have it right here, let me recite one for you that I had.
Yes sir.
And so that would be one ways to go about this. Similarly with Bhumi, one thing I was very impressed was when I talked about traveling and I talked about web series, there was a huge shift of energy. मतलब you really liked that topic maybe, तो वो एकदम दिखा मेरे को कि हाँ she is very interested. And then you told me the 9 states very correctly. None of that was wrong. Matlab it's a straight line you draw. It is going to be exactly like that. And then about the web series thing also, Arya वाले में ना मैं यही expect कर रहा था they will come up with that woman thing, कि how a woman is portrayed to be so powerful. So it's a very good thing that you have that inherent sense of answering question. तो वो वहाँ पे निकलेगा, ये positive ही है आपके लिए. तो ये तो काम आएगा ही आपके. The only thing where I recommend both of you, and largely, Shiksha, you might not be able to improve on this because मुझे लगता है कल ही आपका इंटरव्यू है, तो आप तो nuances पे ध्यान दो. वैसे भी you answered very well यार, मुझे मतलब questions के मामले में मुझे कोई problem लगी नहीं. In terms of economics वगैरह में, before you sleep tonight, अपने notes एक बार पढ़ लेना है ना सोने से पहले, क्योंकि कल किसी भी तरीके का क्वेश्चन आ जाएगा. तो जैसे आपने मुझसे बोला कि आप मुझे 5 सेकंड दे दो, मैंने तो आपको 5 सेकंड दे दिए, लेकिन सामने वाला बंदा अगर स्ट्रेस इंटरव्यू ले रहा होगा ना, वो नहीं देगा, है ना. he'll just pose the next question and he'll move on. So you don't want that situation to come in, है ना. तो आप एक बार सोने से पहले देख लेना इकोनॉमिक्स में क्या क्या आपने पढ़ा है, नोट्स वगैरह होंगे आपके पास 11th 12th, just go through them once. That is more than enough. Bhumi, you also, when you say कि the economics मेरा I have interest in economics, तो make sure you read about economics before you give your interview. जितना भी आपने पढ़ा है 11th 12th में ना, just go through it once. इतनी मेहनत का काम है ना. And you also answered very correctly. So when I gave जो पहला question था वो बिल्कुल सही आपने आंसर किया था. I think only one question was जिसमें मुझे लगा was quality and price वाला, quantity and price. तो वो वाला एक बार देख लेना. और दूसरी बात, इन लॉज के नाम याद रखो. So I have economics. So when I saw
Also, your voice is lagging again.
Varun, I guess your voice is lagging again, and you're not audible at all. So if you can please re-log in.
hello.
Yes, Varun, now you're audible.
Yeah. So that's it. I think largely I would just say that both of you guys in terms of communication are very good.
Sir, I have a doubt.
And
Sorry, sir, you were saying something.
yes.
So the question.
Shiksha, बताओ क्या doubt है?
So the voice is again echoing.
You can ask a question, Shiksha. I guess it would be audible to Varun.
Yes, sir. So the question
Yeah.
that you asked, Bhumi, like how to calculate demand of the entire economy and GDP of the entire economy. So what should we answer there?
एक सेकंड यार, मुझे ना ये हेलो.
Yes, sir. So now it's clear.
I had to mute Nikhil sir actually. मुझे लग रहा है उधर साइड से ना थोड़ा इको आ रहा था, तो मुझे समझ में नहीं आया. Now please can you repeat the question?
So the question that you asked Bhumi, that about the what I was asking about
GDP वाला ना.
how to calculate the demand for the entire economy and GDP. So sir, what should we answer there?
See, both the questions are very much. GDP को कैलकुलेट करने के 3 तरीके होते हैं. The first one is national income. So if you know the national average income and you know कि आपको कितना लोग खरीद रहे हैं, कितना स्पेंड कर रहा है, कितना एक्सपेंसेस है, उसके बेसिस पे यू कैन टेल कि भाई एक पूरे साल में इतने अमाउंट का प्रोडक्ट या बिका होगा. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड द लॉजिक हियर? कि फॉर एग्जांपल लेट्स से मुझे पूरी कंट्री के हिसाब से मत सोचो. आई एम ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन दिस टू यू. तो अपने घर के हिसाब से सोचो. लेट्स से तुम्हारे घर में 5 लोग हैं, ठीक है. अब 5 लोग पर मंथ लेट्स से 3 उसमें से 3000 खर्च करते हैं और 2 उसमें से 5000 खर्च करते हैं, करेक्ट. तो आप कितना जो आपका स्पेंड है, दैट इज द डिमांड नो दैट यू आर गेटिंग मतलब जितना सामान आप खरीदोगे वो इसी स्पेंड से खरीदोगे ना, तो आपने टोटल कितना स्पेंड किया? 19,000 rupees. As 5 people you spend 19,000 rupees. That is your demand. 19,000 rupees की demand है आपकी, है ना? When you are spending 19,000, then that is the amount of money you need for buying these products. Then second thing is income. अब हो सकता है कि आपके घर में एक ही कमाने वाला इंसान है और उसका मंथली सैलरी 30,000 रुपीज है, लेट्स अज्यूम, ठीक है? तो आपकी जो नेशनल इनकम है, मतलब पूरे ईयर मंथ की इनकम है, वो कितनी है? 30,000, राइट? सो दैट इज योर डिमांड. आप 30,000 स्पेंड कर सकते हो. दैट इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ द नेशनल इनकम. कि अगर नेशनल इनकम में इसमें परचेजिंग पैरिटी वगैरह आ जाता है, बट यू डोंट वांट टू गो देयर बिकॉज़ ये बहुत हायर स्टडीज की बात है. जो आपको पढ़ाया गया मैं वो बताता हूँ आपको. अगर आपको 30,000 रुपीज मिल रहे हैं पर मंथ, so that is your national income. That also can be seen as a gross domestic product. Then at the same time you're spending 19,000, you're saving 11,000 out of which, so total ये वही 30,000 जो है, that means your expenses and your savings will be your demand. Then at the same time आप खरीद किसी से रहे होगे, है ना? अब मान लो आप किराना स्टोर पे जाके ये 19,000 रुपए खर्च करते हो, ठीक है? और आपने 11,000 सेव किए बैंक में, तो आपने कंट्रीब्यूट किया होगा ना किराने स्टोर की इनकम में. तो किराना स्टोर वाला क्या बोलेगा कि भाई मेरी इनकम 19,000 है महीने की. मान लो वो सिर्फ आपको बेच रहा है, तो वो बोलेगा कि मेरी इनकम 19,000 है, और बैंक क्या बोलेगा कि मेरी इनकम 11,000 है क्योंकि मेरे पास सेविंग 11,000 की पड़ी हुई है डिपॉजिट. करेक्ट? तो क्या हुआ इसमें? तीन तरीके से आप एक ही नंबर पे आए. फर्स्ट वाज नेशनल इनकम, आपकी कितनी इनकम है. सेकंड वाज आपका एक्सपेंस और सेविंग का कैलकुलेशन कितना है. एंड थर्ड वाज आपने इकोनॉमी में कितना कंट्रीब्यूट किया. जब मैं ये चीज पूरे इंडिया की देखूंगा एक साथ, तो ये तीनों नंबर मैच होंगे. समझ रहे हो? नेशनल इनकम जो होगी पूरे इंडिया की वो सेम होगी. जब सब लोग कमा रहे हैं, 1.38 बिलियन है हमारी पॉपुलेशन, सो ऑल 1.38 बिलियन पीपल विल हैव सम एवरेज इनकम एसोसिएटेड टू देम, राइट? और वो पूरा एवरेज इनकम का कैलकुलेट करोगे तो वो नेशनल इनकम आपको जीडीपी देगा. देन ऑन द सेकंड हैंड अगर डिमांड देखोगे, दैट मींस कितना डिमांड है, मतलब मेरी जो मैन्युफैक्चरिंग मैं कितना खरीद रहा हूँ. मेरे पूरे 1.38 बिलियन लोग कहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. वो लोग अपने लिए खाना भी खरीद रहे हैं, वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का भी पे कर रहे हैं, वो वाटर का भी पे कर रहे हैं. दे आर आल्सो सेविंग इन बैंक्स, दे आर सेविंग इन डिपॉजिट्स, दे आर सेविंग इन फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट्स, दे आर आल्सो इन्वेस्टिंग इन शेयर्स, स्टॉक्स. इन सब का कैलकुलेट करूंगा तो दैट शुड कम आउट टू बी इक्वल एज योर नेशनल इनकम ना. अलग से कोई पैसा तो बना ही रहा है बैठ के यहाँ पे. तो जितना भी इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो. यस, हाँ जी.
Sir, like in class 12th we have studied, there were some drawbacks of each method due to which the answers are very so
different, right? मैं वहीं आ रहा था, मैं आता हूँ उस पे. लेकिन लॉजिकली ऑल थ्री नंबर शुड मैच, है ना? होना चाहिए ना, क्योंकि अगर मैं नेशनल इनकम मेरी इतनी है, वहां से भी मैं एक ही नंबर पे आना चाहिए. उतना ही तो मैं स्पेंड करूंगा, उतनी उसी में से मैं इन्वेस्ट और सेव भी करूंगा, और उतनी ही चीज प्रोड्यूस भी हो रही होगी. बट यहाँ पे बहुत सारे डिफरेंस, जैसे एक्सपोर्ट और इंपोर्ट का हम क्या कर रहे हैं, है ना? सो व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट एक्सपोर्ट्स एंड इंपोर्ट, तो अब जो चीज हम लोग एक्सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, विल दैट कम एज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर डिमांड वाली चीज? नहीं ना, क्योंकि वो मैं तो नहीं ले रहा हूँ. 1.38 बिलियन लोग तो नहीं ले रहे हैं ना, वो तो बाहर जा रहा है ना? दैट इज गॉन. तो जब वो बाहर जा रहा है तो वो दैट शुड नॉट बी अ पार्ट ऑफ माय डिमांड वाला कैलकुलेशन एट ऑल, बट दैट विल कंट्रीब्यूट टू माय जीडीपी, बिकॉज़ वो सप्लाई वाले में तो आ जाएगा ना. बना तो मैं वो रहा ही हूँ ना एज अ कंट्री. आई एम मेकिंग इट. फॉर एग्जांपल हम लोग क्या बाहर भेजते हैं. वी सेल कॉटन बहुत बाहर जाती है ना? वी सेंड कॉटन अ लॉट. तो अब मान लो कॉटन में बना रहा हूँ पर ईयर लेट्स से 5,000 क्विंटल्स, इसमें से मेरा यूटिलाइजेशन 60% का है, यानी इंडिया में 3,000 क्विंटल्स यूटिलाइज हो. तो 3,000 क्विंटल विल कम वेयर? डिमांड में आएगा, बिकॉज दैट इज इंडियाज डिमांड. बट सप्लाई में तो 5,000 क्विंटल ही आएगा ना, बिकॉज आई एम आल्सो मेकिंग 2,000 मोर व्हिच आई एम सेंडिंग आउटसाइड, है ना? तो ये सारे छोटे छोटे निटी-ग्रिटीज की वजह से कभी भी नंबर्स मैच नहीं होते तीनों पे, बिकॉज कहीं पे एक्सपोर्ट नहीं काउंट होगा, कहीं पे टैक्सेस नहीं काउंट होते, कहीं पे इनडायरेक्ट टैक्सेस काउंट होते हैं, कहीं पे डायरेक्ट टैक्सेस काउंट होते हैं. तो ये बहुत निटी-ग्रिटीज. थियोरेटिकली ऑल थ्री थिंग्स शुड बी द सेम, and this only happens when you have a closed economy. बट हमारी इकोनॉमी क्लोज्ड है नहीं, हमारी इकोनॉमी इज एन ओपन इकोनॉमी. सो ओपन इकोनॉमी में तीनों के कैलकुलेशन की जो नंबर्स आएंगे वो डिफरेंट है. नाउ यू गेट द लॉजिक. तो जब भूमि आपने बोला था ना ये तीनों नंबर्स डिफरेंट आएंगे, यू वर एब्सोल्युटली राइट. बिकॉज जब आप फॉर्मूलाज अप्लाई करोगे तो तीनों नंबर्स डिफरेंट आएंगे. बट थ्योरेटिकली इट शुड नॉट हैपन इन अ क्लोज्ड इकोनॉमी. है ना. अब कल को ये क्वेश्चन आ सकता है कि कब ऐसा होगा when my national income will be equal to my demand income, will be equal to my supply income, that will be equal to my GDP. When will that happen? So then you have to say it will only happen when it's a closed economy.
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise open economy में ये possible नहीं. Then there is तभी तो इंडिया अभी nominal GDP लेके आया था, NGDP. तो वो जो होता है that is considering all of this. So जो nominal GDP है उसको आप तीनों तरीके से निकाल भी नहीं सकते. मतलब there are no three ways to find nominal GDP. उसके लिए क्या करते हो आप GDP का एक नंबर निकालते हो using the national income value and then you add the exports and minus the imports. There are a lot of things. All this you would learn when you will go na again, when you will study in IIM, so you'll get to know these things. वहाँ पे economic theory के lectures होंगे बहुत बड़े-बड़े. So then you will understand these things. तो ये सब नहीं पूछेंगे कल. But हाँ answers ये तो पता ही होना चाहिए कि तीन तरीके हैं find करने के यार GDP. मतलब ये तो मुझे लगता है तुम्हारे lectures में होगा 11-12 में.
Yes, sir. There were different names of the three methods.
राइट. अब तो मुझे भी याद नहीं है, होते हैं मुझे याद नहीं है, वो तुम देख लेना सोते टाइम पहले, सोने से पहले एक बार. ये छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं. सो व्हेन यू से इन योर इंटरव्यू कि भाई मुझे इकोनॉमिक्स में इंटरेस्ट है, तो ये सब पता होना चाहिए. बात
Yes.
है ना. बाकी तो आई थिंक टू पीपल विल डू इट वेल. मतलब मुझे तो अच्छा लगा एक्सपीरियंस. आई थिंक इन टर्म्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन यू गाइस वर वेरी गुड. So that is a very good thing. Confidence also was up to the notch. मुझे नहीं लगा that anybody is getting flustered or frustrated या नहीं हो रहा है कुछ, तो you are hopeless. All these are very good positives that interviewers draw out of interviews. तो वो उस तरीके से काफी अच्छा था. We had a conversation also. Try to make it a conversation tomorrow also. Specifically you शिक्षा. Conversation करने की कोशिश करना कल. Bhumi, you also whenever you give your interview, try to have a conversation wherein उनसे भी questions पूछो, है ना. या जब वो कुछ कह रहे हैं उस पर ध्यान से सुनो and then ask them a question. जैसे for example कुछ interviewers होंगे, जैसे आप मान लो Bhumi, you said कि मैं हिल स्टेशंस पे घूमी हूँ, राइट. एंड यू सेड मैं मनाली, शिमला, उत्तराखंड इन एरियाज में गई हूँ. तो अगर मैं एज एन इंटरव्यूअर गया हूँ इस जगह पे, तो मे बी आई विल जस्ट यू नो स्टार्ट अ कन्वर्सेशन. यस, आई आल्सो वेंट टू दिस प्लेस एंड आई लव्ड कि वहाँ पे ऐसा होता है. So you have to reply to that. Yes sir, you know we visited this place and there was this restaurant and we loved it. मैं अपनी फैमिली के साथ ट्रैवल करती हूँ या फ्रेंड्स के साथ ट्रैवल करती हूँ. तो ये कॉन्वर्सेशन बनाने की कोशिश करता है. इट विल नॉट टेक more than 50 seconds for you to strike this conversation, but that will establish the connect. तो अगर वो सामने से ऐसा कुछ बोल रहा है, that means he wants to have a conversation with you, है ना. So try to do that. Anyway, I think overall it was good. You people will do well. All the very best. Especially to you, Shiksha.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and Bhumi, whenever your interview is, you guys do well. और whatever you guys, अगर आगे आपको कुछ पूछना हो मुझसे तो आप निखिल से को बोल दीजिएगा, वो definitely connect कर लेंगे.
Yes, sir.
चलिए, thanks a lot Varun for your so much time. I was not expecting कि आप इतना लंबा ले पाओगे, but you explained all the points very properly. You communicated to a very great extent, and I am very sure it would have been a very helpful session for both of you.
Yes,
And
sir.
जैसा वरुण ने बोला, लेकिन might be because I know you a lot, इसलिए शिक्षा जैसे ही आपका इंटरव्यू थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ रहा था, you were getting a little मतलब I'll not say the word annoyed, but you were feeling like शायद अच्छा नहीं जा रहा है. तो ये आपके दिमाग में बैठता जा रहा था जैसे जैसे आप, और आपकी शक्ल पे दिखने लगा था वो. ठीक है. सो जैसा वरुण ने बोला कि जब मैंने आपको भी ये एक्सप्लेन किया था कि सम इंटरव्यूअर्स वुड लाइक टू ग्रिल यू ऑन सम कंसेप्ट्स जो शायद आपकी एज के अकॉर्डिंग या आपके जितना आपने पढ़ा है उसके अकॉर्डिंग से भी ऊपर के हैं. ठीक है. तो उस टाइम पे आपको मतलब अपने ऊपर कॉन्फिडेंस रखना है कि वॉट एवर यू नो दैट, ठीक है. सो एंड जैसा वरुण ने अभी एक्सप्लेन भी किया कि इफ़ ही नेम सम पर्टिकुलर इकोनॉमी विच इज़ एक्चुअली मतलब विच यू वुड हैव नॉट स्टडीड ऑल्सो, ठीक है, लेकिन इट्स ओके. So you can all the way you replied that yes sir I don't know it. There were two things which were very good. I felt कि if you didn't know you actually said as sir I don't know this. And अगर आपको recollect नहीं कर पा रहे हो you were able to say that sir अभी I am not able to recollect it but I know this concept. ठीक है. So that actually shows that what things you know and what things you don't know. ठीक है. Some people tend to say sir I am not able to recollect properly for the things that they don't know at all. ठीक है. तो वहाँ पर आपको और गिल करने का ऑप्शन खुल जाता है. ठीक है. So that was a good part on that portion and obviously you have to revise all the concepts there are. One little thing जैसे ही वरुण ने बोला and शिक्षा you missed a very important thing which I told you कि आपने जो 9th 10th 11th में जो भी अपना academics में something you have earned some certification you have got in mathematics and in English in 12th, you have to mention that in your introduction.
Sir, I mentioned.
Yeah, she mentioned.
Okay, you mentioned, so might be I missed that portion. If you mentioned that was
Sir, I didn't
हाँ आपने you also
mention my
आपने उसका तो मेंशन किया था जो मैंने कल आपसे बोला था कि उसको पूरा फुल फॉर्म बोलना. So that was one
yes,
thing. So that is a good thing that you mentioned the full form and very properly framed also. ठीक है. तो शिक्षा अगर मैथ्स में अगर कोई ऐसा इक्वेशंस का या अलजेब्रा का पोर्शन वरुण आस्क्ड, ठीक है, और इवन द इंटरव्यू आस्क्ड टुमारो बट यू आर नॉट एबल टू आंसर दैट दिस, वो तो क्वेश्चन ही थोड़ा सा अनसॉल्वेबल था. बट अगेन इफ देयर इज अ क्वेश्चन दैट यू आर नॉट एबल टू सॉल्व, लेट्स से फ्रॉम पीएनसी और प्रोबेबिलिटी, you can always say sir my forte is arithmetic and not this. So if you can please ask a question on that, I would I might be able to solve. So इससे ये बताता है कि हाँ you have a area of expertise because जैसा हम लोग ने बोला कि अगर आप MBA के लिए जा रहे हो, आप IIM के लिए जा रहे हो and you don't have the quantitative aptitude skills, that is a no for any of the IIM. ठीक है. सो अगर और एक क्वेश्चन के बेसिस पे अगर कोई आपके बारे में इंप्रेशन बना रहा है तो उस समय आपको वो चीज़ आगे बोल के बोलनी है कि सर ये पोर्शन शायद मेरा एरिया ऑफ एक्सपर्टीज़ नहीं है, दिस पोर्शन इज श्योरली माई एक्सपर्टीज एरिया, सो प्लीज़ इफ यू कैन आस्क क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर एरिया एंड डू नॉट रिस्ट्रिक्ट दैट एरिया टू ओनली अ सिंगल चैप्टर. अर्थमेटिक इज अ ह्यूज थिंग. ठीक है. इट कॉन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. मॉडर्न मैथ्स यू कैन से वॉट एवर इज योर एरिया ऑफ एक्सपर्टीज. ठीक है. So this is the only feedback which I think I could have added after the brilliantly explained and conducted session by Varun. ठीक है. So best of luck guys, and if you have any queries from me right now or after half an hour, after at 12 o'clock in the night, at 2 o'clock in the night, at 6 a.m. in the morning, you please feel free to call me, especially Shiksha today and Bhumi for the next 6 days. ठीक है. चलिए, थैंक्स लॉट वरुण.
thank you sir.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
guys,
Sir.
all the very best.
Thank you, sir.
ओके.